expect the unexpected. Who's there? I hear ya. I know you're around. Oh, there you are. What's up, dudes and dudettes of the internet? My name's Scythe. We are back again for the Trove. I'm using my controller. Trove on the Xbox Uno. How y'all doing today, folks? Hope you're doing fantastic, wonderful. Hope this video makes your day even better. No. Lots and lots of stuff to talk about here, folks, but we're gonna start out with a couple shout-outs as well as some giveaway stuff. Oh man, I'm so excited that we can actually start giving away some streamer dream boxes. So I'll kind of explain this before I do the shout-outs. Hi, random people. And kind of go through the club world a little bit here just to show you some of the cool stuff that's been going on. We got some crazy builds, not really ready for a whole full world tour yet, but I am really liking what's going on, and I want to say thanks to the people that have been getting themselves involved with the community. You can kind of see that dude in the top right. I don't know if he's the one who's actually making it, but that biome way in the top right has some music, so it's got some original songs, some Skyrim tunes and stuff. It's actually really, really sick. But for today, we're gonna be giving away 5 streamer dream boxes. So the way that you're gonna have to get into the contest, as it were, is like the video. Would very much appreciate that on the side as well, and then leave a comment in the comment section down below. You can leave your username, you can just say what's your favorite class in Trove and why, or whatever you want, you know, and then I'm going to use a randomizer to ding, 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 pick somebody at random who's going to end up winning, and then I'll leave a comment replying to your comment, letting you know that you've won. Only 5 boxes though, unfortunately, and what these are going to do is, as you get them in-game, as you get the code, I mean, you're gonna have to apply, well, I'll explain it in the comments how you actually apply the code and stuff like that, but in-game, you're gonna get access to a bunch of streamer allies, some wings, some Roboraptors and stuff like that, so it's kind of my way of saying thank you all, and, well, I wish I could give you more, I really, really do, but I'm not getting enough codes. But anyways, huge shout out to KOZ Cycle Stars for giving me an S3 physical damage and stability ring. Blue-Eyed Wolf 821 for this Eggster mount, which is right here, some free mastery. 2 golden chaos chests. What is the chaos chest reward right now? Ooh, it's just Soulfire wings. I don't really need those, so I'm gonna save my gold chaos chest, but he did give me 2 of them, so thank you very much for that one, dude. Seriously. And on top of that, he gave me 10 of those flux storage units, which equals to the amount of 100,000 flux. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you. I'm going to thank you. Like, seriously, I very much appreciate that, dude. That is insane, especially for the console version. Hero Bryn 23 gave me 20k flux, so thank you for that one, dude. Josh Smith Stir gave me 7 twice souls, so that's gonna be very useful for forging stuff up. Let's go head out into a world while I'm doing more of these shoutouts. Let's try some U5 today. I don't know if we're gonna be strong enough for it. And then there was also Gino AK, gave me 6 blank scrolls. That'll help me out if I go for rune crafting. Tall Monkey 03 threw me 203 Eyes of Cube Thulu, which will definitely help in the long run. I mean, right now I'm not really forging or anything just yet. Whose house is this? I kind of like it. My feet were really, really hot for a second there. Crawl, also, everybody give Crawl a hand. Ended up promoting him up to officer. He ended up earning it. Figured that I'd give it a little bit of a shout out about that, right? There's a couple other people that I am keeping on my radar, my secret unicorn horn. I'm keeping an eye on some other people that are getting very qualified and very recommended to me by the other officers. And I also want to give a huge shout out if the other officers are watching this. Thank you so much, because they've been managing the club like crazy in my absence, because that's the thing is, I know that you know, especially with the Trove console stuff, like, it's like I can't dedicate, oh, I gotta turn the volume down on my streaming card right here. I know that I'm not online as often as most of you would like, and I'm sorry about that, but you gotta understand I'm running not only 3 different versions of Trove, but also you know, trying to grind in my off time here and there. It depends. But like for the PC series, for example, there was a new dragon that was added to the game, and I had to spend a couple hours grinding that thing out and then trying to figure out how its lair ends up spawning and stuff like that, right? And then on top of that, just the console in general, like not to sit here complaining or anything, but really it's like the frame rate makes it really difficult for me to play because it's very time consuming, and that's kind of the big trade-off because on top of just trying to run Trove on the channel, I also got all my other series that I'm running on the channel, and those are important to me, even if not as many people are watching them, you know what I'm saying? But also, just to show you this, because I was getting lots of comments and feedback from a lot of you guys and gals that were saying, so in the last video, I think it was on the Xbox One, yeah, it would have definitely been on the Xbox video, there was a bunch of people saying about the login badge and the login reward, and how the mount that I ended up getting from the login badge, the reason that I got it so early, quote unquote, within 30 days is because the requirement for that was lowered. So I wanted to take a quick little peek at that just to kind of see whether or not, where is it? Come on, you laggy game, do it. Consecutive days, that's the one, right? Yeah, so look at this. I'm at 49 consecutive days for some weird reason. Really, really weird here. But otherwise, there is the Striding Starcaster. 30 days. Get wrecked. It was 30 days. It wasn't lowered. And also, 45 days for the Midnight Mantle wings. I shouldn't even have those right now, but something ended up going awry, and I do. These are what the Midnight Mantle wings look like. They are so swag. They are so beautiful, and they fit our beautiful Dark Infinium costume like crazy, do they not? Like, we are so themed right now. It's awesome. Like, we got the wings, we got the brony mount. We're also rocking these axe styles, which were always one of my favorite, but on the PC version, I don't really rock this costume, so I never really got to use them. The style is the Devoured Destroyer, and I think, are these under shadow? Yeah, they're under shadow styles, which means that in order for you to actually get them, if you want them for yourself, let's try and do this dungeon legit instead of taking the portal that's down secretly at the bottom middle of it. But you will have to loot collect shadow gear. So if you end up finding those axes out in the world, you're gonna have to loot collect it to actually unlock the style. And that applies to all of the styles, of course, but it's like, for myself personally, I've been giving away a lot of my shadow gear. Like, anytime I get like a shadow 1 or something like that, I'll usually just throw it into the club chest just because I honestly don't really care or need it. But of course, if it's like a really good style that I want, sure, I go for it. But for the most part, I don't really need anything on the console version, you know? That's kind of what ended up happening with that, you know, oh, there's fake me's in the game, right? Because I want to get that point across, is it's like, people can go ahead and gift me stuff. That I'm not against that. I'm not against free stuff, and, you know, it helps me out, and I'm going to be playing this game until Kingdom Come, right? But the fact of the matter is that, yeah, I'm not really asking for donations, and there's a big difference there. You wouldn't think that there is, but there is. So it's like, people can just give me stuff out of the genuine niceties, rather than me actually like just trying to beg for free stuff because I'm Mr. YouTube, right? Man alive, this guy is tough. Let me use my ult just so that, okay, it's too laggy. Use my ult just so that we can end up healing out because we are out of flasks, because U5 is no joke for me. I'm way too weak for this. Look at my PR, it's disgusting. Ugh, like seriously. But one thing that I thought is really, really cool that I've been noticing is so many more players are starting to actually like play with bombs, you know, and blast their way into dungeons and stuff like that. And it's really cool, and it's really been helpful, especially because a lot of fans are doing it, you know, like even this dungeon right here, where it's like, I didn't even complete it. That freak ended up just coming in and one-shotting the boss, which means whoever did that is way too strong for U5, but they came to tag along just to help, which, you know, I'm so grateful for that, because it's like, really, I wouldn't be able to get anywhere without the help of the community, right? There's all the flux and all the extra items that I was shouting out earlier today. Also, here's something that's really exciting. Don't quote me on this, okay? You're gonna have to stand up for, I gotta stand up for this one. Don't quote me on this, folks, but I think that the PC update for Trove, the devs have said that they're working on getting it to come out next month. I know, right? Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know if it actually is going to. You know, that's the thing. The devs they're kind of like that. Like, I'm sorry to say, I'm not trying to do it just to hate on them or anything, but they're kind of all talk. You know, they talk about these updates and then they end up taking like way too long to end up actually having it come out and stuff, right? Like, even on PC, they added a pirate dragon, right? And that pirate dragon they showed last year, like months ago, and only now it's finally in the game, and it, you know, it's like, oh, it's such a new thing, and it's like, no, not to anybody that's been keeping up with the dev streams or anything like that, right? Where'd this guy go? Is someone's a boomeranger? You're a boomeranger, you little freak. So he blasted the boss away. That's why I was saying, where you gotta be careful with the boomeranger. He's a really fun class and all, but he makes it so that dungeons just don't get completed. They get ruined, right? But yeah, very excited about the fact that the devs did actually say that. You know, like, that's the thing. I don't want to say hashtag confirmed just because, you know, just because the devs say it doesn't actually mean that it's going to be coming around. But at least they're starting to finally realize, you know, like, the console community is so hot right now that the devs are actually starting to realize that and be like, what? We didn't think that the console version was gonna sell for some weird reason, even though there's no competition on the console version. And needless to say, yeah, so I know I just kind of keep reiterating the same point, but I'm really, really hyped about that, because if they get the PC updates to happen all at once on the console right away, not only are a lot of things going to be more stable, including the shadow towers, I'm looking at you, Crash, every time I get to the boss, but just the gameplay itself, there's going to be a lot more for us to do and work towards. Now, granted, you know, there's not going to be, you know, there's not going to be like tradable chaos chests or anything like that, and most of the mounts and items in the game will become untradable, which does suck, but whatever. I think it would be a really good update as far as Trove is concerned, you know, like, I do think that it's a good update for the PC, and I think it'll be a good update for when it ever actually hits on console. Oh, there we go, we ended up, oh no, we didn't. I don't know why I totally got tricked. I'm trying to fill this tome up before we end up calling it for today, because I wanted to talk about a couple things, and also just to hang out for a little while, because, like, that's the thing too, folks. I know, not only, like I said earlier, where I'm not online nearly as often as everybody would like, but I'm also having a very tough time keeping up with my own schedule, because I was a little bit under the weather, and just in general, like, it's just been really hard for me to try and manage, like, all the Trove stuff going on and all the changes coming to the channel. 100K hype! Thank you all so much for subscribing. Like, seriously, I absolutely am so like, blown out of my mind about it. That was hilarious, by the way, because you saw I used my ult, it registered and killed the enemies, but it didn't heal me. Like, what? How is that even possible? And nobody can res me because there's all these stupid enemies around. I've seen people that, so we've got a couple people that actually have Gonda in the club. And we've got a couple purple names too, which is insane for the console version. PC, you know, nobody really cares, but for console version, that's actually a really big deal that these people are already at Ultra Daughter of the Moon and stuff. Granted, of course, most of them are pay to win, but whatever, that doesn't really take away from that anyways. Like, somebody ended up tweeting me where they were like the first European team that ended up beating Ultra Daughter of the Moon. It took them like 40 minutes plus to actually do it, but still, I thought that was so cool, and it just made me feel like, oh yeah, this is a thing. Like, console Trove is actually like going places, you know what I mean? It's like the Nintendo Switch. You gotta change it up, and it's just, no! I was spamming my poses, but it still didn't work. Oh man, seriously, like, come on, game. I am loving the fact that I got a lot more room to dance around, though, aren't you? Don't you think that's really funny? But anyways, thanks so much for watching, everybody. That's all the time that we have for today. I gotta go and record some PS4 and a bunch of other games, as I did end up saying, so hopefully you enjoyed today's episode, and I thank you so much. Good luck to the people that are going to win the Streamer Dream Boxes, but then besides that, I would still very much appreciate, if you want to support me, to like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. Sign on, stay epic, everybody.